For Halloween, I have an incredible special that maybe you guys won't find incredible at all. But they're going to tell a ghost story that I have heard my entire life, and not one word has ever changed, depending on how much alcohol was involved at the time it was told. Not one word has ever changed to this day. So that's 38 years of a consistent lie. You ready to start this thing up?
Sure.
All right, kick that intro.
So you let me start talking about.
No, the intro's playing right now. You know what, Grandma? Just tell me you don't watch my show.
Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't know how.
You don't know how to watch my show, but you can watch Fox News? You
I don't
can
watch
find...
Fox News.
She didn't watch it.
What was that?
Wax, probably. Something fell.
They'll start that crap now.
Something did just fall. It got thrown.
Did you see that?
Yeah, it was like a little ball of something. It was a hard little ball. I said, is that all you got?
No, and I said, don't say... Okay, so before we started filming tonight, there was a big pile. I'm moving right now, so there's a bunch of things. And it could have been floor movement or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've been walking around here for like 3 hours, moving chairs and tables and such. And this entire thing just falls on Mom's feet. And then Grandma says, you better hurry up. We better talk quickly because I'm getting out of here.
If too many things fall, I'm done. Or somebody pass me on the face, I'm done.
I think you guys are welcome.
I mean
to
that.
this. Just real quick before we get into the stories or whatever, I just want to ask, like, it has been years and years, and you have said multiple times you'll never come back in this house.
Right.
Ever. Do you feel anything now that you're back in the house?
Do I feel anything?
Yeah.
Well, it's not nighttime.
If you felt scared.
No, I just want to know if you felt like any kind of energy in here, because I personally feel nothing.
I don't right now.
And you know what's so funny about that is when people come in here now, especially because the more things get out about the house or whatever, people talk all the time are like, oh, I expected it to be like terrifying in there. And I'm like, no, it's beautiful in here. Stained glass windows, antique. If you like antiques, it's beautiful. If you're one of those weird bored modern people, then it's too curly. All the wood's too curly in here for you. This story tonight is very scary. It was scary to me when I was a kid. But before we begin, my final question. Is this story scarier than when trains were invented?
Does the story scare you? What are you saying? Where am I at?
You're at the Salt House. This show's
Senility
called
kicked
Ass
in.
for a reason, Grandma, okay?
Wait till I'm here for a while. I think there's something waiting right around the corner for me.
Probably.
What do you think?
Just what I said.
But what do you think? Can you elaborate? What do you think that is?
I don't know.
The unknown?
I know that I'm going to have a surprise for I leave.
You do?
Right now, I've got protection, so.
But just please don't stand up and exorcist piss on my floor.
That's disgusting.
You're talking to an old grandma.
That's why I said it. Mom and I will be in the back over there playing songs on the piano, and you'll just be like, Mom. So why don't you guys set it up? I'm going to stop talking for a while. You're welcome.
I don't believe that, but it would help if you talk a little bit louder.
Do you want headphones?
I'd only take them if they had horns.
Do you want my headphones?
No.
You guys are all right. I can deal with that.
Okay.
Here.
No, we're fine.
I would actually be honored if you're going to be the only person in show history to wear my headphones.
Wear his headphones.
Oh, well, in that case, yeah.
All right, now you can hear, right? Those are the hearing aids you've always said you needed.
Right?
I need these.
But right now, with your headphones, you look like the grandma off of Mars Attacks. Hey, look, everyone, my grandma's horny. Oh,
Oh, Lord.
oh now she's going to laugh at jokes.
I told my doctor, no, I ain't going to say that.
No, you should.
No, I shouldn't.
What?
I told my doctor one time that my hope of getting older is to go to a nursing home with sex-starved men.
That's really a thing.
It actually is. If we
If
want to
you
talk
want to do
statistically,
that, we can arrange
I was
things.
going to say, you
can
know that
set you right
STDs
up.
are rampant in nursing homes.
What is?
STDs?
They are.
They
That
are.
is
I
a
know.
true thing.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I had one. That,
Yeah, we did have.
You had an STD?
No.
No, that
By golly, this is a Halloween episode because this is the scariest episode I have ever filmed. You know what? As soon as we're done filming this episode, we're going to look up Shady Pines for you. And we're going to put your ass in Shady Pines.
No, that's not Shady Pines. Is that where?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Sophia went to Shady Pines?
Yeah.
Sophia.
Let's begin.
Okay. I worked the night shift, okay? And I got off work, I don't know what time. But anyway, my bed always set at the window. It didn't have a headboard, but I'd sit there and it pushed right up, see, my bed pushed right toward the window because, you know, and the screen was right there. And something, when I got off work, I went to bed and I heard something breathing, just like that, deep breaths. And I thought it was a kid down the street that liked to play pranks. Okay, I went to sleep. I wasn't gonna let him get to me. So the next night, same thing. But I didn't feel like getting up, looking out the window. For some reason, I just shut it off. The third night, same thing. And I just froze and I just went to sleep. Normally that wouldn't be like me, you know. Then all, you know what, broke loose. But I didn't hear it anymore. But then one night, we had some boys there.
Yeah, two of my brothers. Johnny's friends.
I had several guys there just
So,
hanging.
so just interjecting real quick, there's 4 kids that they had. My mother, Jane, her sister, Betsy, my aunt, and then my uncle, Jimmy, and my uncle, Johnny. So Johnny and Jimmy had friends over?
Just Johnny had two friends over.
Yeah, just Johnny.
Okay, so
Johnny and John.
So
one
you
of their
4
names
and then 2
John,
more.
And one was named Joey.
Okay.
Yep.
So there were other kids there other than you
Yes,
guys?
teenagers.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were all just hanging out, sitting around, talking, and Joey was telling us scary stories about his grandma who was like a witch or something. But then he started talking about his brother got attacked by a Bigfoot. And he had gotten clawed in the back. And he said he remembered his brother being in the bathtub, bleeding, with his back all scratched up from this Bigfoot that they saw. And about that time, that's when the dogs started going crazy outside. And they just started barking their heads off. So finally, John and his other friend, John, decided to go out and see what they were barking at. Mom told them, go see what they're, barking at. So they come back, they go outside, and we're all sitting there waiting. And they come running back in the house. Where's my gun? Where's my gun? And we're like, what in the world are you talking about? There's something out there. So they grab a shotgun and they run out the door.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
No, Johnny Bill come run back in, and he said, Mom, he said, there's something out there. He said it was white, but it jumped this tall fence. And he said that scared the daylights out of me. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to check out. That's when he come in and got the gun.
They got the gun. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, see? And then they ran back outside with the gun. And we're all like scared and what in the world's going on at that point. And it wasn't 5 minutes. And they came running back in the house, white as a sheet, no gun, and said it was actually walking towards them on its hind legs. And it was white. It wasn't even 5 foot tall. But whatever it was.
Probably 5'5".
Oh, yeah? But it was walking on its hind feet towards him, and he had the shotgun pointed at it, threatening it to stop, and it wouldn't stop. So he went to pull the trigger, and the gun jammed. Well, he's 16. He freaks out, drops the gun, and runs back in the house.
Can I ask a quick question? And this is something I never picked up before, but my movie knowledge is just running. What year did this happen?
That's what I was just wondering, because...
It was close
79.
to 1970, but I can't remember.
No, it was not. It was probably 79. I'd say 79.
Well, yeah, I was going to say because you guys were teenagers.
Yes, it was it definitely was 79.
Okay.
It was 1979.
70, because it wasn't 78 because we had the blizzard the year before. I think it was 79.
When did E.T. come out?
I do not know.
At home right now, I'm sure you guys are also like picturing this. The reason why I asked too is that this sounds a lot like the beginning of E.T. And I never picked up on that until right now. They're sitting inside. They're around the pizzas. All of a sudden, there's something outside. Oh, because of the pizza. When they went to go get the pizza,
That is true. I
they
never
run
thought
inside. They
about
grab the gun. They
that.
go back out. I'm just saying. Carry
That
on.
is crazy. I had never thought about that, but that is how it started.
Yeah, my brain right now. I've heard the story my entire life and never
Never
that just clicked
connected
right
the
now. I was like,
two.
for years we've always just said, as you guys told us, like it was, it was a Bigfoot or like
Or
a
what
demon
was it? Right.
or whatever. But
Right. Well, we figured it wasn't a person because if it had been a person, they wouldn't have kept walking towards my
but
brother with
also
the gun pointed
could have
at their
also
face.
been an UFO or an alien or an unknown worldly entity that could make the gun jam. Like we,
Well, yeah, that's what I.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I never thought about that either.
so this could be very well an alien encounter.
Let's see.
Well-
I've always thought that because you wondered why the Bigfoot didn't reach in the window or whatever.
Or where did it go? Where did it sleep? Where was it staying? Well, anyway, let's finish the story to make it make more sense.
Yes, carry on.
Because then after that happened, we decided we needed to get out of there because we didn't know if it was going to come in or what it was. What could it be? So we go to get in the car and we go, it was off to the left of the porch. We go off the porch and go to the car and we almost made it to the car and we heard this growl, like this roar. And all of us started screaming and ran back in the house and waited a while longer. But my sister said she had seen it in the yard. I did not see it. I heard it growl, but I did not see it. Did you see it in the yard?
After it growled and it took off over the neighbors on all four.
Yeah, see, I did not see it run.
So okay. So tell me your point of view of what just happened there, if you don't mind.
Oh well, I think mom called. I talked to mom
We called Grandma.
and said, "Can I bring the kids down there? Because there's something out here." So we went to get in the car and this horrible growl. It was either between a bear and a wildcat. I don't know which one it was, but it was loud. But it was small enough. I had a small car, but it was hunkered down in front of my car. And so I opened the door. I seen it run across the neighbor's yard on all fours, just leaping. And scared me to death. But anyway, I put the kids back in the car, took them to Mom's house, and we called. Who do you call about the animal thing like that?
Like animal control.
No,
Probably
it
we probably
was
called.
conservation officers
that
is who got the call. We called the police.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought.
I think we
Oh,
just
and they
called the
transferred
regular
you?
police, and the conservation officers is who showed up.
They were out
So
there.
because you didn't see it run off, but it was by the car, and then when you guys went to the car, it ran off.
After we ran back in the house, they had seen it run away.
Yeah.
And so we still were afraid. So we waited
And then
a
you
while.
guys waited and then went back
And
into
then
the car.
we were on the porch looking to see if we saw it, and we couldn't see anything. At that time, we actually could, but we didn't know it till later. So then we got in the car and made it to Grandma's. And I don't know what they did. They left us kids. I don't think you stayed at Grandma's, did you? Didn't you go back home? And we were sitting there, and Grandma always had the police monitor on the counter so we could hear everything that was going on. And they were talking back and forth about what our thing was. And they said they had multiple calls in the last couple of weeks at the Brookmore Edition, which wasn't very far from where we lived. And ironically, it was the same edition that one of Johnny's friends that was there lived in.
Yeah.
And then how long
that
was it
was me.
from when Johnny's friend was scratched to this event?
I don't know when that happened. I just know Joey was telling us stuff like that, you
And
know.
did you see the scratches on his back?
No, he was
No.
just talking about it, about how horrible it was, and he didn't know what it was that had done it, but something had really scratched his back bad to where they put him in the bathtub because he was bleeding so bad. That's all that's all I remember about the story, but that was when the commotion started, right when he finished that story. Crazy.
So then what did you do after you dropped the kids off?
I told the boys to be waiting on the porch. Then went back home, and that's when we made a call to police, and they had sent somebody out there, and they checked everything. They looked for prints, but it hadn't rained. So, but they couldn't find any prints. But they believed us, every one of them,
Well, because they'd already been dealing with it.
because they've been dealing with it, yeah.
And all the other calls that were happening, were they like describing the same white
Same thing.
creature type
That's what
thing?
Joey. That's what was. He said it was white. But see, I'm not.
So, because I'm just trying to make
I
sense
just
of-
heard the police officers talking on the radio saying it was the same thing that had been
you
reported.
actually heard the
I
scanner
heard,
say it.
right. I'm listening to the police scanner. I was
Yeah.
almost 13, so I mean, I remember it distinctly. But yeah, they were talking about how they've been getting reports of it in the last couple weeks or a few weeks. I don't know, but I used to know the number of times they said, but I don't remember it now. But crazy.
I thought it was about 28, 29 or something calls.
Yeah, we stayed at Grandma's.
But see, what gets me is I have a little bit of kind of hesitation because I can't imagine this attacking somebody.
Well, I don't think it was trying to attack anybody. Whatever it was, it could have.
I
You know,
guess.
because it hid from us. It growled at us like it was afraid. So I don't know what could it have been.
So kind of like spider philosophy.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Maybe,
when
yeah.
I say that.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I don't know.
what makes you say that? What makes you? Did you get a feeling from it? Like what makes you say? Did you feel like it was peaceful and afraid?
Yeah, I think.
We were scared because we
Honey,
didn't know.
when I laid at bed at night, him breathing, he could have easily put his hand in the screen anytime and did not hurt me.
So you believe 100% that that's the same thing that was breathing in the window?
Yeah, she always
Was this
has said
creature?
that.
Oh, yeah. I think it's the same one. Not Joey's family, but I mean, just mine, you know.
Whatever that was there. And my sister had said she saw something at the window, and we were all like, yeah, whatever. And she probably did too.
Well, the living
And you
room.
just talked to Betsy, right?
Yep.
Her
I just
sister?
talked to my brothers and Johnny, Jimmy, and Betsy about it. And they
Wait, how long ago? So the people at home know.
I just asked them about it before this story just to see if they had details I didn't remember.
So you mean like within like the last day or so you talked to them? Okay.
Yep.
So everyone's story is still current and still the same?
The only thing that's different is that people will remember like a little detail in the house or something somebody said, but as far as the experience with that going to the car and hearing it growl and everything that happened that we've told you, it's identical. Everyone. I was like, man, I wish people could hear everyone tell the story because everybody. I've never asked my brother Jim about it till on the way here today, and I called him. I was like, hey,
Really?
by the
You did?
way.
So since 79, you and Jim have never talked about it?
I don't believe we ever did, really. I mean, he might have just been there when we were telling somebody that didn't believe us.
And
but
Jimmy is the youngest,
yeah, he was still little. He would have been, what?
9
9.
or 8 or 9, yeah.
which I mean,
But old
vivid
enough.
memory. I mean, I remember things when I
He
was,
remembers.
Yeah.
He
you know,
remembers.
4.
Well, the next day was what was weird. Because we come home. Remember? Go ahead.
We didn't tell all of that night story.
Oh, okay, go on.
Yeah, sorry, continue.
Because when we were out there talking to these guys, you know, I looked over at because we lived on a T, you know, this one road and then there's another road. Right at the corner of that, I looked over there and I seen this white bush. And I just knew that bush doesn't belong there. Don't remember ever seeing it before.
It was a full moon, too, by the way.
That's what's
Very
yeah,
bright.
Okay, that's yeah.
And it made things like a bush glow. You know what I'm saying?
What time of year was this?
It was summer.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
it was something.
It was summer.
so it wasn't like a snowy atmosphere.
No,
no.
It was summer.
So it's kind of weird how your brain works like that. You see a white bush.
Well, like I said, it was just like glowing, but the moon was so bright that night, which also was lent to the werewolf theory. It's like, well, it was a full moon when it happened, because it really was. Because it was like that bush that we both thought we saw was like glowing, but we thought it was just a bush.
But what I want to know is why didn't we tell the guys that? That bush shouldn't have been there. But I didn't say anything. She didn't see it, and she didn't say
I
anything.
wasn't there when they were there. I only seen it.
Well, that's true.
I seen it when we were waiting after it growled. I noticed it because it had been sitting there before we got into the car to go to Grandma's. I saw it sitting.
So it growled. You guys ran back inside to hide.
Yeah, and then we came
And then
back
when you
out
came
on
back
the
out,
porch.
that's when you saw the bush?
That's when I just looked around because I remember seeing it
Well, yeah, it'd be
and thinking,
scanning everywhere.
Well, I mean, I didn't even realize it wasn't supposed to be there at that point. You know, I was looking for a moving animal or something, and we're like, okay, let's try again and get in the car. So we jumped in the car and got out. But the next day, we're She comes and gets us, and me and her and my sister are standing on the porch, and all of a sudden I went, ah, that wasn't a bush. And she's like, oh my God. We had never talked about both seeing that bush, but we were standing together when we realized it wasn't a bush at all. It had been that thing staring at us across
So there
the
was no
street.
bush there at all?
No, nothing.
It was
It
hunkered
was
down.
crazy. And when Betsy says, she's like, all I remember is you and Mom standing on the porch freaking out that it wasn't a bush. And I mean, we haven't talked about it for 20 years, and she remembered that.
But here,
It was crazy.
we're going to another thing. Why didn't we say anything?
I would have if I didn't know, but I wasn't.
We should have if something doesn't belong there, and it,
Like, why were you not compelled to say something, is what you're saying?
yeah.
Right. Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I'm telling you, it happens more often than you think.
What does?
Bigfoot's attack. No.
That you don't release what you see or something, or don't tell it.
Or you see something and think it's something else, or don't think it's anything until later looking back. Yeah.
Possibly. Something stops you from doing that. Because if I had have, and they went
They might have
across,
caught it.
they might have caught it, or they could have been hurt.
That's true, too.
So you just don't always say what you see, like that, something like that.
I don't know.
But I know the night that all the boys showed up, like I said, Joey Angel's the only one he said that I would understand. I told about his grandma practicing witchcraft, which the living room was a long room, and there was a window down there, and I swore that somebody's watching you. You know, get that feeling?
All the time in here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was.
You're in the
It
you're in the
wasn't,
central
yeah,
of that
thank-
feeling for me right now.
Yeah.
because I sat there and I kept looking at the window. Nothing was there, but I kept drawn to the window. So it was watching, like it had been watching me. But I was fine. Or maybe it was afraid of me.
The question is still to me, what could it have been? Really? What could it have been? If it was just a regular animal, why didn't anybody see it?
It wasn't a regular animal.
I mean, but where did it come from? Or where did it sleep? Or where
So
did it go?
being, decades
Just
later now,
odd.
what do you guys think now?
I'm still just as confused as I was then.
Do you have like any because you mentioned earlier the werewolf theory.
Well, yeah, the full moon being the full moon. I said, well, it could have been a werewolf type of a situation back when we were.
You've always
in
thought
the
it was
situa-
a werewolf.
I
though.
always always said it could have been because it was a full moon
And growled like.
and it growled. Well,
So-
yeah,
so
it
you think
sounded like a
Bigfoot-
wolf to me. Or
Obviously,
like
you've
a
got
bear. Or something.
bear, like some kind of weird albino bear.
I guess bear more. Yeah,
Could have been, right?
yeah.
So
Maybe somebody had a
werewolf.
pet. Or like some kind of a, you know what I mean? Like that's what we were talking about then. Is like, what if it transformed into? What was that one show that Dee Wallace turned into a werewolf?
Well,
Can't remember.
Not the howling. Hold on.
It is the Howling.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
as soon as that's been that long, but I'm telling you, it's enough time has went past. It's what makes you wonder: are we alone?
Currently in your stage of life, I mean, not to be grim or morbid.
The veil is thinning.
I mean, you laugh, but I mean, you know.
I believe in UFOs. Period.
Okay.
And we don't know what's up there.
What are your thoughts on UFOs like in the ocean?
Oh, I think it's very possible. Probably does exist.
What are your thoughts on God?
On God, believe with all my heart in Jesus and everything.
What do you think God is? Would you describe God as a possible alien?
No, I don't.
Why not?
I don't look at it like that.
But you know, the beautiful thing about God is that what is God but yet the undescribable thing that we throw a sheet over to make a shape because we can't even fathom what could be that thing. So we describe the sheet. So from my point of view, the sheet looks like this. And then through pareidolia, you see a different image. So like if there was a 6 and a 9 between us, I would see a 6 and you would see a 9 and we'd both be correct. So the older I get, just so you know where your grandson is the alien stories, and it leads into like the theory of Anunnaki and everything else, but it is a little bit more plausible. Even the Jesus Christ birth sounds like an alien intervention. artificial insemination from an outside power. Because we say alien, we think of like a weird little green guy or a white bush character.
It just means they're not from here.
And we were made in his image, like the DNA intervention. Why are there still monkeys if we've evolved?
Exactly. Why haven't they turned into humans?
Yeah,
exactly.
so I'm just curious, like, you know, like as far as like when people are so quick to shut that down, it's like, I think it's our mental definition. And that's where I think a lot of people get lost on the idea of God anyway. Is that when I say, do you believe in God? They think of a white bearded dude in the sky. And that's not at all what I think.
Not necessarily, because you have no idea.
Right. I mean, I think that God is just love.
That's what I say. God, that's what my answer to that is. He is love. Yep.
So if this thing was observing, could have been an angel.
You don't know.
Then what are angels?
Right.
Angels and demons are the same looking things. And every time in the Bible, biblically speaking, every time God wanted a killing in the Bible, he'd send an angel to do it. A man gets made fun of for being bald by a bunch of kids, so bears get sent from God to murder 42 kids. Bears. White creatures. It's just that this story has unlocked a lot of weird theories and opened me up, and that's actually kind of why I think it's a beautiful thing to do in the Salt House. And then two, for the Halloween special, I wanted you guys to come on and tell the story for multiple reasons. One, I think it's awesome having you both on my show. Two, this story in particular, I want my great-grandkids, the great-great-grandkids I'm never going to be able to witness this story. And at this very moment in time, know what we just thought about God. Know what we thought, what this alien creature, Bigfoot / werewolf was like. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's easy to forget the people that are strangers might be watching this story, but to us, with all respect to them, I mean, I appreciate you guys watching the episode, but to me, this is not for anyone. It's for everyone. Because this story helped unlock the possibility of God forming. That weird?
That is weird. But just the supernatural, just like that's why a lot of people I think are so into ghost hunting, because they want that proof of the afterlife.
Well, you can believe something and you can know something, but you can't believe and know something.
Right.
And you guys know this thing existed?
Oh, 100%. This is 100% true story. I don't care who thinks it is.
Well, we wasn't this lively and this fun back then. That was scared the shit out of us.
All right, well, let's wrap this up for Halloween. That way
we're going to go next week.
That way the parents can keep, because I mean, I think the people that watch this aren't kids. So I hope you guys are enjoying watching this episode while you're eating your kids' candy while looking for Nickelback records. Got to check that crap. You never know, dude. Rockstar might be in there.
Could be.
Grandma, what do you think, being religious, since we've established that, what do you think ghosts and stuff are? Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I appreciate you guys once again for coming on. Hope you guys like the content, because I'm going to make it whether you do or you don't. Happy Halloween, and see you in 2 weeks.
I did love you.
Well, I'm glad it lasted.
I do love you.
I love you too, Grandma. High five. Good night, guys.
You say good night?
Mm-hmm.
Say good night, Gracie.
I say good night every night.
Don't disturb me while I'm on Adam Stoner's podcast. Yeah.